G20 के लोकाचार पर आधारित दुनिया में शांति की संस्कृति को बढ़ावा देने के लिए विज्ञान, धर्म और तत्वज्ञान की अनूठी तथा ऐतिहासिक 9वीं वैश्विक संसद वाराणसी के श्री काशी विश्वनाथ धाम कॉरिडोर में आयोजित की गई थी। सर्वश्रेष्ठ वैज्ञानिक और आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान तथा तत्वज्ञान को एक साथ लाते हुए शांति तथा सद्भावना की संस्कृति को बढ़ावा देने और एक शांति प्रिय समग्र वैश्विक समाज का विकास करने के तरीकों पर इन 3 दिवसीय संसद में चर्चा हुई। काशी में आने वाले तीर्थयात्रियों तथा भक्तों की आसान आवाजाही के लिए प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी द्वारा बनाए गए काशी विश्वनाथ कॉरिडोर को विश्वधर्मी प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ कराड़ जी ने काशी विश्वनाथ ज्ञान कॉरिडोर का रूप दे दिया और यहीं पर संपन्न हुई विज्ञान, धर्म और तत्वज्ञान को समर्पित 9वीं वैश्विक संसद। इस अवसर पर प्रख्यात चिकित्सक एवं विचारक डॉक्टर गोविंद पालकर ने अपने विचार व्यक्त किए।
If we want to achieve the peace in the world and bliss in the life, it is necessary to realize the concept of the Advaita is the consciousness, non-dimensional existence, and this should be the first and foremost part of the education. Swami Vivekananda said, and this statement is strongly realized by Dr. Vishwanath Karad and Dr. S.N. Patan, who is the former Vice Chancellor of the university. Swami Vivekananda stated that in 21st century, India will come forward not by inertia but by the consciousness. India will become Jagat Guru and will guide the whole mankind. And the process has begun. Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir has received a divine boon. We are experiencing through these spiritual conferences. That means ethics and jurisprudence, which is the most important part of the human life, can not be formed without the accepting foundation and base of the God. Ethics and jurisprudence is the basic of our beautiful life. For realization, there are 2 methods of the investigations. One is the analysis, that is from manyness to oneness, and other is synthesis, that is oneness to the anotherness. To realize this consciousness, if we start the study of our human body, our body is formed from the fertilized ovum, that is zygote cell. Zygote cell is formed from several genes. One gene is formed from several codes. One code is formed from amino acids. One amino acid is formed from carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Here where scientific study stops, our intelligence thinking ceases. But when I travel by boat, I have to leave the boat when I reach to the shore, and I have to find some another vehicles. Dr. Vijay Bhatkar said when scientific study stops, imagination power starts working. Who gave the mechanical knowledge and technology to zygote cell for designing various organs? We, in this world, the consciousness, we realize the consciousness, there is something which is working behind this zygote cell to give design and structural design to these zygote cells. We in the world, we enter into the consciousness. Our consciousness first realize that the great cosmic intelligence is working behind this zygote cell. To realize and get the knowledge of this Amruta Tattva, what should be done? Te dhyana yoganu amruta tapasya. In deep state of meditation, we realize that the consciousness. And what is the method? Yoganushtana ashuddhikshaya jnanadipti. Yoga means discipline, anushtana means study. With the discipline study, impurities of the thoughts removed, and that clean state of the mind we enlighten. Elizabeth Blackburn, a Nobel Paritoshik winner, and psychologist Elijah Appel proposed a theory. Positive harmonious thinking causes effect on the telomere of the chromosomal, and it gives the healthy, active and disease-free life. But Indian mythology, not only health, but we get serenity, satisfaction, happiness, then calmness, and that is the liberation. There are the 7 steps of the getting liberation, that is called as Saptada Pranta Bhumi Prajna. First is the prayer, second is chanting of the God's name with the mantra, that is the incantation. Third is the meditation. Fourth is the spiritual knowledge. Fifth is the devotion, that is bhakti. Sixth is dispassion, that is vairagya. And seventh is the liberation. In prayer, God listens to us, and in meditation, we listen to the God. Chanting of the mantra, that is the incantation. Chanting of the mantra, the name of the God, starting with the Om, is the keynote for initial stage of the salvation. With the remembrance of the name of the God, journey of the soul begins towards the realization of the God. Mantra has a great power for liberation in the Kali Yuga. Saint Tukaram Maharaj said, नाम जपले वाल्मिकीने टोन प्यासे फुटली पाने आजा मेळा पाप राशी नामे गेला वैकुंठाशी ऐसा नामाचा महिमा. And Saint Jnaneshwar said, असोनी संसारी जीवे वेगे करी तेने मुक्तिचारी साधी येले हरी मुखे म्हणा पुण्याची गणना कोण करी. Here Jnaneshwara said, तेने मुक्तिचारी, that means with the chanting of the God's name, Tene Muktichari means we get the 4 types of the liberation. First is the Salokta, just like online friendship with the God. Second is the Samipta, coming close to the God, we develop the relation with the God. And third is Swarupta, that is similarity between God and me, that I obey the orders of the God and working what God likes. And Sayuktata becomes one, that is liberation. Philosophy of the mantra, Om. I want to tell the philosophy of the mantra. What was there before word come into the existence? Scientists are not ready to go behind the singular stage. There was potential energy and spiritual energy. State of this world was the low density magnetic field, that is equipotential state, equality. And this state of potential state has the first Newton's law tells us that when we unless and until we apply the external force to the body will not move, or if it is in motion, it will not. It will remain in the motion in the straight direction. Our body also, if we don't apply our willpower force, our body will not move, or we can't raise our fingers if we don't apply our willpower force. Similarly, the spiritual energy, with the force of the willpower of the spiritual energy, the consciousness, potential energy becomes the movable. In the motion, it becomes the high density magnetic field. Potential energy starts flowing. That time sound is produced. Its pronunciation is like Om. Scientists had catched this sound as Om. That is the primordial sound, Pranava, original humming sound of the cosmic radiation. It is not belonging to any caste, creed or religion. It is characterized by the primary characteristic of the sound is the Shabda. Primary characteristic of the silent state is the white, that is Akash Tattva, and this is Shabda Tattva. Words are uttered only by the human beings because speech center is developed on mammalian brain, that is neocortex. Basal ganglion brain of the reptiles and the birds have no speech center. Higher animals have allocortex. Primary brain also have no speech center. Words are formed from speech center, that is Broca's area of the left hemisphere of the brain. It leads to the knowledge, transformation and realization. So it is called as the Shabda Brahma. Brahma means the great. Every cell of our body is pervaded by this sound. chanting of the mantras cure cancer cells. Cancer is nothing but the irrelevant behavior of the cells, and this irrelevant behavior of the cells leads to the excessive work, that is mitotic activity. And our pathology reports tell that there are excessive activities of the mitotic cell, so it is cancer. E is equal to mc square. With the chanting of the mantra, we can reverse the cancer cell activities, and it will can get cure. E is equal to mc square. Energy is equal to the square of the speed of the light of the mass. If a satellite is moving slowly, it is visible. If it moves with the square of the speed of the light, we see only this spot of the light. That is, matter is seen as a mass of energy. If we see the atom through powerful microscope, we see nothing but the vibration of the energy. Even big problems are solved by collective meditation and chanting of the God's name, that is mantras. Prabhu Ramchandra, when battle was finished, asked one question to Marutraya. Marutraya, who are you? Then Marutraya got surprised. I have done some so amazing verse, powerful verse, and that time Prabhu Ramchandra has not asked me any questions. And why is he asking now? Then Marutraya is the enlightened person, so he answered, if you see at my body, I am your servant. That is duality. If you see at me as a jiva, I am part of you.